Anachronism is a technical death metal band out of Lausanne, Switzerland, and they've been around for a while. I think that the first album doesn't show up on the radar anymore. They've taken it off the internet. So a lot of people first noticed the band with their second album. It was more of a kind of a brutal technical death metal album, and from there they've moved towards something a little bit more progressive, a little bit more dissonant, and still influenced. You know, think of it like they moved from a malignity kind of approach towards something closer to obscura influenced things like ulcerate and artificial brain on this album. This third album focuses a lot more on different guitar techniques, which give a lot more time to rest, to move between these kind of arpeggiated, harmonized bits that as they call them, which for a guitarist that means a lot of open note, um, dissonant chords being plucked at in different combinations. Uh, I don't know that that is the way to sell the album. It's more that the feeling conveyed is fluid. It's ponderous. The album is named Meanders for a reason, and it heavily distracts from exactly how kind of heavy it is in reality, and the drummer's performance is never overshadowed by the constant droning of the different guitar techniques, but they actually have an interesting sort of interplay, which again, any fan of Ulcerate and Artificial Brain will kind of find the difference between those two things in this record. And I think they are giving it their own interpretation, but that'll be a language that fans of technical and progressive death metal with a little bit of its own style will understand best. There is that. It's not really a dissonant death metal record in truth, but it does get there in terms of effect. And there's a lot of kind of obvious observations to make here. It is a fluid and technically sound, but not anxietous record in the way that a lot of technical death metal is. And that's a certain sect of tech death and progressive death metal that a lot of people appreciate. Otherwise, I think it's a good sign that this band is maturing in their themes and, well, in their output, taking a few more chances to sort of find a little bit of their own personality. And I appreciated that, along with just the listening experience was entirely pleasant in that regard. So, easy to recommend. Pretty uncomplicated record to enjoy, but there are plenty of details to pick through, especially if you're the type to pick up a guitar after you've listened to something and sort of try to figure it out. I think there's a lot of value there for a band like this who really thrive in the details, but still have bigger open shapes to throw around for anyone paying half attention. So we're checking out another pretty fine record from January at the end of the month. So for preview, I guess Mirage would be one of the a little bit easier going and transitory pieces that gives you a good feeling of the record within a short clip. So check that out. Read the rest of the review, check out the score, and watch more videos.